if you're a business leader over 40, you probably told yourself this time and time again, and that is, I just don't have time to work out. I'm full on, can't do it, too busy, kids, family, all that sort of stuff. No chance, not happening. And honestly, you're not wrong. You are busy, I'll give you that. You're probably leading teams, maybe entire companies, putting out fires, keeping clients happy, and still trying to be present with the family. So your health often gets put to the bottom of the pile. So I get it, I totally get it. But sometimes there's a way around this, especially if your health is important to you. So I thought it might be helpful if I shared with you what I do each week, especially as someone who is also running a business, raising a family, and staying in fairly decent shape for a 40-year-old or 44-year-old guy, and year round. So honestly, I keep it pretty simple. And let me explain to you what I do. So I train 4 times a week, roughly around 50 minutes, and at the moment I'm doing a push, pull, legs and arms split, if you like. Okay, it's simple, efficient, and it's repeatable. So I stick to the same workouts for about a month, and then I tweak them slightly, switch things up, and that works for me. I can track the progress easily. I use my own app. We have our coaching app that does that, and I train myself within that. And the reason I switch them up is so I don't get bored as well, because if there's no variety over many months, you will get bored of doing the same thing. But here's the real key. I train early. So I'm in the gym early every time I go in. So before the emails kick off, before the school run, before the world starts pulling at my feet, okay? Because that's the only time I can do it consistently. Back in my 20s, no kids, fewer responsibilities. I could train whenever I wanted, whenever I fancied. Lunch break, sure, no problems. After work, why not? And even though I've been in the fitness world for many, many years now, with family, with juggling the business, I'm not in the gym. A lot of people I speak to think, oh, you must spend all day in the gym and stuff like that. So no. I'm in the gym 4 times a week. That's it. That's the only time I see the gym. So I think you could make this work as well. For me, if I don't train in the morning, this is the key. If I don't train in the morning, it is a struggle. So by the evening, my energy and my willpower are running on empty. I'm running on fumes. It's just not going to work. So if you're over 40, you're running a business, or juggling responsibilities, teams and things like that, managing family life, mornings might be your golden window too. So here's what it looks like for me. This is my kind of little structure, my little routine. So I prep my clothes the night before, get the coffee cup ready, even empty the dishwasher, keeps my wife happy, and anything else that I need to do, I get it done the night before, so I can hit the ground running. Ideally, I'm in bed by 9:30. Not perfect by any stretch, it slips sometimes, but 9:30 is the sweet spot. Try to wind down from 9 o'clock. So I have an alarm on my stopwatch, goes off at 9 o'clock, and that kind of just signals to me that, okay, you need to start getting yourself in the frame of mind to get to bed. And to be honest, getting to bed early is the hardest part of all of this. And they're getting up early, not a problem, but getting to bed at the right time, that's the tricky bit. There are always distractions. There's TV, there's phones, the usual bedtime faffery. Okay, but I know that if I want to train early, I've got to protect my sleep. So I'm up around 4:50, out the door by 5:10, and in the gym by 5:20. That sounds, or it might sound mad to some people, but it works. Okay, and if your health matters, you make it work. So here's how I look at it. Where are you going to get the most value? Is it staying up late, scrolling LinkedIn, watching the telly, or is it going to be getting to bed early so you can get your workout done in the morning, you can feel good, and you can lead with energy? That's the key. So admittedly, there are times when life gets messy, client crises, school holidays, late night emails that lead into early morning groans, and you're just up too late. That happens from time to time. You can't help it, but you want that consistency. And if the chaos does happen like that, you have to adapt. So I would go with shorter workouts, quick workouts, either in the gym, or if I can't get to the gym, if I've got up late or was working late or whatever, at home, or even in a hotel room. So always have a plan B ready. so I don't lose momentum. So rather than think, oh, I can't get to the gym, that's it, I'm not going to bother doing anything, I've always got a plan B to make sure I do something. Because you don't need to be perfect, you just need to be repeatable, something that you can do and be consistent with. And if you're just getting started or struggling to balance everything, listen to this bit closely. You don't need hour-long workouts. At some point over the years, we've got into this mentality that you need to be in the gym for an hour, you need to do hour-long workouts, and that's just not the case. Sometimes, especially if you're just getting started out, less is more. I often start clients with just short 20-minute workouts at home with bands or dumbbells, especially if they've not done anything for years. Build the momentum up, then build the intensity. That's enough to start the habit. So rather than jumping straight into a 5-day gym routine, you've got to ask yourself what's realistic, what's sustainable, especially with your schedule, family life. Can you do 5 sessions a week? Maybe, maybe not. Start small, build it up from there, and then use it as a stepping stone. So start with bands, dumbbells at home, and then maybe you'll progress to the gym. But keep it small initially. Less is more. Build up momentum up. The goal is always consistency. So rather than going all in, that all-out mentality, that's not going to work long term. Okay, you need to make this work for several months, for years. And once you start, ideally, you don't stop. Keep that consistency, but you're not looking for exhaustion. You're not looking to go all in and then burn yourself out within a couple of months, if that, as soon as chaos happens, because it will happen. Sometimes people are waiting for that perfect time to get started. It doesn't exist, because no doubt, if you're over 40, juggling business and all that kind of stuff with family life, then chaos is always around the corner. Another thing, if time is tight, mornings are quiet and you can get that work in before the rest of the day runs wild. So if you can, get it done early. Try it out for yourself. Remember, work on that bedtime. That's the real key. That's the trick here. If you can get to bed early, then you're going to feel much better getting up early and getting in that workout. Remember, you don't need a commercial gym to begin with. Now, even if you've been in the game a while, sometimes, if you've been in the gym in your 30s, maybe even in your 40s, but things have changed, then you can train from home. Dumbbells, a bench, that will do the job. You don't need to train like you're entering a men's health transformation. Okay, you just need a strategy that respects your time, your energy, and where you are in life. Okay, so business is demanding, and family life is full on. At least it is in my family anyway. But your health, that can be your edge. It can be your energy, your focus. And I don't know about you, but when I'm exercising, I'm in a much better mood. I'm not snappy. I'm a better person to be around for family life, talking to my team, things like that. Much better once I've done a workout. I feel much more productive as well. So that's just my take though. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Let me know what you think. Do morning workouts work best for you? Have you noticed a difference, or have you found something else that fits your routine better? Love to hear from you. And if you're struggling to put all of this together and want a bit of structure and accountability, just give me a shout. More than happy to have a chat with you. No pressure, no pitch or anything like that. Love to help people out, give them value, give you some recommendations to try and give you a steer along the right path. And if you feel you need some help with those recommendations, then of course I can chat to you about how we work with clients as well. So give me a shout or click on the link below. That's it from me for now. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll catch you next time.